The truth about natural hair that nobody in the fashion world wants to say out loud. Let me start with something that might make some people uncomfortable. For decades, Black women were told that their natural hair was unprofessional, untidy, too much, not appropriate for the workplace, not suitable for formal occasions, not acceptable in schools. And for years, so many beautiful, intelligent, powerful Black women changed their hair to fit into spaces that were never designed with them in mind. They straightened it. They hid it. They apologized for it. And then something shifted. Something powerful. Something that no trend forecast predicted and no fashion magazine could take credit for. Black women decided, collectively and unapologetically, that enough was enough. They stopped shrinking. They stopped hiding. And they let their crowns grow. Today on Timeless Melanin Aura, we are celebrating natural hair. Not just as a style choice but as a statement. As a declaration. As an act of self-love that runs deeper than any trend ever could. We are going through the most beautiful, versatile, and stunning natural hairstyles for Black women. Styles that honor the texture, the volume, the history, and the absolute magic of Black hair in its most authentic form. And I want to say this clearly before we go any further. Whether you are in your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, or beyond, your natural hair is not something to be managed or tamed. It is something to be celebrated. So if nobody has told you that today, Timeless Melanin Aura is telling you right now. Stay with me until the very end because the last hairstyle on this list is the one that I think is the most powerful and the most underrated, and I do not want you to miss it. And if you are new here, welcome to Timeless Melanin Aura, the home of Black women who carry their elegance, their wisdom, and their beauty like the crown it has always been. Hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss a conversation like this one. Let us get into it. Number 1. The wash and go. Let us start with the most liberating hairstyle in the entire natural hair world. The wash and go. Because the name says everything you need to know about why Black women love it. You wash your hair. You apply your products. And you go. No hours in front of a mirror. No complicated styling. Just your natural curl pattern doing exactly what it was created to do. The wash and go works beautifully on every curl type. Whether your curls are loose and bouncy or tight and coiled, a good wash and go celebrates your specific texture rather than fighting it. The key is hydration. Deep conditioning regularly keeps your curls defined, moisturized, and full of life. A good leave-in conditioner and a curl cream or gel applied to soaking wet hair gives you that beautiful, juicy, defined curl that makes people stop and stare. And here is the thing about the wash and go that I want every woman watching to hear. There is nothing lazy or undone about this style. A fully defined, moisturized, bouncy wash and go is one of the most stunning looks a Black woman can wear. It is effortless elegance in its purest form. Now here is my controversial take. I believe the wash and go is actually one of the most sophisticated hairstyles available to any woman of any background. And the fact that it was ever labeled as unprofessional says far more about the bias of those making the rules than it does about the beauty of the style itself. Drop a comment below if you agree with that because I want to know how many of you have ever been made to feel like your natural curl pattern was not acceptable somewhere. Let us talk about it. Number 2. Bantu knots. If there is one hairstyle that carries the full weight of African heritage, cultural pride, and absolute beauty all at once, it is Bantu knots. These small, coiled knots created by sectioning the hair and wrapping each section around itself until it forms a tight, neat spiral close to the scalp are one of the oldest and most beautiful protective styles in existence. Bantu knots are a statement. They say I know where I come from. I honor my roots. And I am not asking for your approval. Worn on their own, Bantu knots create a striking, sculptural look that is simultaneously playful and powerful. And the bonus that many women love is that when you take them down, they release into beautiful defined coils and waves, giving you two gorgeous styles from one single set. For women with natural gray or silver hair, Bantu knots are absolutely breathtaking. The silver coils against rich melanin skin create a look that is nothing short of regal. Number 3. The big chop and the teeny weeny afro. Now this one requires courage. Real courage. The big chop. Cutting away all the chemically processed or heat-damaged hair and starting completely fresh with your natural texture growing in close to the scalp. And the result of that courage is the teeny weeny afro. The TWA, as it is lovingly called in the natural hair community. Here is what nobody tells you about the big chop before you do it. The moment those scissors close and you see your natural hair for the very first time, something happens that no one can fully prepare you for. You feel free. Lighter. Like you have put down a weight you did not even realize you were carrying. And you look in the mirror and you see yourself. Your actual self. Not the version of you that was shaped to fit someone else's standard of beauty, but the real, original, extraordinary you. The TWA is not a compromise or a starting point to get through on the way to longer hair. It is a complete, stunning, powerful hairstyle in its own right. It highlights the bone structure of your face. It emphasizes your eyes, your cheekbones, your jawline. It makes your earrings the absolute star of every look. And it communicates a kind of confidence that longer hairstyles sometimes cannot. If you have been thinking about the big chop, let me just say this. Do it. And then come back here and tell us about it in the comments because we want to celebrate you. Number 4. Stretch twist out. The twist out is the hairstyle that introduced a generation of women to the beauty of their natural texture. And the stretched version takes everything beautiful about the classic twist out and makes it even more voluminous, even more defined, and even more breathtaking. To achieve the stretch twist out, you twist the hair in sections while it is damp, allow it to dry completely, and then carefully unravel each twist to reveal a gorgeous spiral pattern with beautiful separation and volume. Stretching the hair first, either through banding, braiding, or African threading before twisting, adds length and reduces shrinkage so you get the full visual impact of your hair's actual length. The result is a full, voluminous, defined look that frames the face beautifully and moves with a life of its own. In natural gray, the stretch twist out is one of the most majestic hairstyles you will ever see on a black woman. Absolutely regal. Now I want to pause right here and remind you to subscribe to Timeless Melanin Aura if you have not already, and share this video with a sister, a friend, a daughter, or any black woman in your life who needs to be reminded how extraordinary her natural hair truly is. Number 5. The crowned afro. There is no hairstyle on earth more powerful, more political, more beautiful, or more iconic than the full, round, perfectly shaped afro. The afro is not just a hairstyle. It is a declaration. It is history worn on the head. It is every generation of black women who came before us saying we are here, we are magnificent, and we will not be diminished. A well-shaped, moisturized, full afro commands every room it enters. It requires no explanation. No apology. No qualification. It simply is. And it is glorious. For women with natural gray or silver afros, I want to say something directly to you. Your gray afro is one of the most striking, commanding, and beautiful things that exists in the world of hair. It is not something to hide or rush to color over. It is a crown that only time and life experience can create. Wear it high. Wear it full. Wear it with everything you have. Number 6. Box braids. Box braids are one of the most versatile, protective, and celebrated hairstyles in black hair culture. Sections of natural hair divided into neat square parts and braided from the root to the tip, either with natural hair alone or with added extensions for length and thickness. Box braids protect the natural hair underneath while giving you weeks of a beautiful, low-maintenance style that works for every occasion. From a casual Saturday at the market to a formal dinner to a professional boardroom meeting, box braids adapt to every environment with equal elegance. Worn loose and flowing down the back. Pulled up into a high bun. Gathered into a half-up half-down style. Wrapped into an updo. The versatility is almost endless. And for black women over 50, box braids carry a particular kind of meaning. They are a connection to tradition. To childhood memories. To the hands of mothers and grandmothers who set us between their knees and braided our hair with love and intention. There is something deeply healing about returning to that. Number 7. Cornrows. Cornrows are one of the oldest, most sacred, and most historically significant hairstyles in all of African culture. Braided flat against the scalp in continuous rows, cornrows have been worn by African women for thousands of years. They carried social meaning, spiritual significance, and cultural identity long before they ever appeared on a fashion runway or a magazine cover. Straight-back cornrows in clean neat rows are timeless and striking. Curved cornrow patterns create beautiful geometric designs that are genuinely works of art. Cornrows worn with gold hair cuffs and beads at the ends are an absolutely breathtaking combination of tradition and modern elegance. And I am going to say something here that I need you to sit with. Every time cornrows appear on a non-black woman on a fashion runway and it gets called edgy or avant-garde, while black women have been wearing this sacred style for millennia, that is not a trend. That is our heritage. And we should never let anyone make us feel like we need their validation to wear what was always ours. Drop a comment if you felt that, because I know some of you have a lot to say about this topic. Number 8. Locs. Locs are not just a hairstyle. They are a commitment. A spiritual practice for many. A lifestyle. A journey. And one of the most beautiful long-term natural hair choices a black woman can make. As the hair locks and matures over time, locks develop a character and a personality that is entirely unique to the person wearing them. No two sets of locks are ever exactly the same. Starter locks on a young natural are beautiful. But mature locks on a black woman in her 50s or 60s? There are genuinely no words adequate enough. Long, thick, silver-tipped locks worn down the back or gathered into an updo on a woman of a certain age radiate a wisdom, a groundedness, and a spiritual authority that is unlike anything else in the world of beauty. If you wear locks, we see you. If you are considering locks, we want to hear about it in the comments. And if you have been wearing your locks for decades, tell us your lock journey below, because this community deserves to hear your story. Number 9. The protective updo. The protective updo is where natural hair meets everyday elegance in the most practical and beautiful way possible. Twisted or braided sections gathered and pinned into a full, sculptural updo that protects the ends of the hair while creating a look of genuine sophistication. A high twisted bun on natural hair is absolutely regal. A braided updo with a few face-framing pieces left out is soft and romantic. A chunky twisted updo with a silk scarf wrapped at the base adds that timeless elegance that timeless melanin aura was built to celebrate. The protective updo is the style for the woman who needs her hair to look beautiful, stay protected, and require minimal daily attention. It is practical luxury. And it pairs with everything from a linen suit to a flowing midi dress to a casual weekend outfit. Number 10. The silver and gray natural. The most powerful statement of all. And I promised you that the last style on this list would be the most powerful. And here it is. The silver and gray natural is not technically one specific hairstyle. It is a choice. The most radical, the most beautiful, and the most revolutionary choice a black woman can make about her hair in a world that has spent billions of dollars and decades of marketing trying to convince her that her gray hair is something to be ashamed of, hidden, colored over, and erased. Letting your natural gray grow in fully, whether it comes in as a stunning silver afro, silver locks, gray twist-outs, silver box braids, or a beautifully shaped gray wash and go, is one of the most powerful acts of self-acceptance available to a woman today. It says I am not afraid of my age. I am not hiding my years. I am wearing every decade I have lived as the badge of honor it has always been. Gray hair against deep melanin skin is one of the most breathtaking aesthetic combinations that exists in nature. It is striking. It is rare. It is extraordinary. And it belongs to us. The silver-haired black woman is not fading. She is not declining. She is not past her prime. She is arriving. In full color. In full power. In full glory. Now let me bring this home with something I need every single woman watching to carry with her. Your natural hair is not a trend. It was never a trend. Trends come and go. But the beauty of black hair in its natural form has existed since the very beginning of human history. It predates every fashion magazine, every beauty standard, every definition of elegance that was ever written by people who did not look like us. Your coils, your curls, your locks, your twists, your afro, your gray, your silver, your crown in every form it takes, that is not something you grew into. That is something you were born with. And it has always been enough. It has always been more than enough. It has always been extraordinary. This is what timeless melanin aura exists to say. To the black woman in her 50s who is thinking about the big chop. Do it. To the woman in her 60s who has been coloring her gray for years and is tired. Stop. Let it grow. To the woman who was told her natural hair was not appropriate for her workplace. Your hair was always appropriate. The workplace was not always worthy of you. Now I need 3 things from you in the comments right now. First, tell me which natural hairstyle on this list is your personal favorite. Second, tell me your natural hair journey. When did you go natural and what was the moment that changed everything for you? And third, tell me the most ridiculous thing anyone has ever said to you about your natural hair, because I have a feeling some of those stories are going to make this entire community feel very seen. Share this video with every black woman in your life who needs to hear this today. Subscribe to Timeless Melanin Aura if you have not already, because we have so much more to talk about. And stay right here because the next video is going to be about how to accessorize your natural hair with jewelry, scarves, and accessories in ways that will make your crown look even more extraordinary than it already does. See you there.